So we're raising our voice in concert against Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party government. The corruption, the police brutality that them allowed to happen, the broken roads and sidewalks and drains, dilapidated schools and hospitals, the pay increase that they give to themselves. And him say we must raise our voice against anything when him corruption.
It's so sad that Jamaicans are so accustomed to poor leadership that when intelligent, sensible people hold the current government accountable or speak out about the injustice of the current government, boy, let me be respectful. I don't want to call y'all idiots, but it just seems so stupid to me that you're going to defend poor leadership. Like, do you not have standards? Do you not have children? Do you not want a better future for them? Because that's what you're telling me. The fact that you are content with this hogwash leadership tells me that not only do you not love yourselves, you don't even love your kids to want to give them a better future. And for those of you saying that the government is doing such a good job, give specifics and stop talking claptrap on people's pages. Because you just saying, oh, it's good with nothing behind it is you saying a whole lot of nothing. And furthermore, when you choose to be a leader, you choose to be in a position where you are held accountable. Just like if you are a parent, you chose to have kids, so you chose that responsibility and you chose to be in a position where you can be held accountable if you are not taking care of those responsibilities. So as a parent, you're not minding your child. That's why you can be taken to court for maintenance. That's why kids have rights, so that parents can do right by them, and if they are not, they can be held accountable by the law. And it's the same with the government. Just like our parents choose to have kids, the PM himself chose to be a leader. Nobody never dig him up in Spanish Town and beg him to serve the Jamaican people. Him take up himself and decided he wanted to serve. He's the same one who swore to be a good and faithful prime minister. Not my words, his. So holding him accountable has nothing to do with my personal feelings towards him. Holding him accountable has to do with his leadership, what he promised to do and what he ought to do based on the trust that Jamaicans have given him to serve as prime minister.
Family, over the recent days there's been this trend online of Jamaicans going online complaining of the incompetence of their leader, their prime minister, Andrew Holness. And this has been a trend for a while now, and most of these people are calling Andrew Holness, or rather terming him as incompetent. And why is this happening? Jamaicans are saying that it is time that they call out their prime minister for not doing the things he promised, during the election period. There's one bad thing with many politicians all over the world. When it comes to the election period, they lie to you. They walk into those, they move around with those big SUVs. They stand on top of the vehicles with these big public address systems and tell you guys, you know what? I will change your lives and make things easier. We want to build the economy. We want to ensure that the transport network is working for the country. We want that our economy may be sustainable. They tell you all these beautiful stories. They sell you all these good analogies for you to give them these leadership roles. Then when it comes to serving its people, that's where they go in the way that they did not tell you. If they told you they're going left, they'll start going right now. So on today's video, I have a series of Jamaicans who've been complaining, and they chose the two subjects and I thought that probably we could expound on what they are talking about. From the first guy, you could hear him say clearly that the rate of corruption in Jamaica is so high, and you wonder why is it that corruption is high under the leadership of the PM. Many times you want to blame the leader, or rather the guy who's the leader of the party, the ruling party, that is. You want to blame them for everything that is going wrong in the government, and that is not wrong for the citizens of a country to come forth and just want their leader to be accountable. Accountability is key, just like the lady has said. as parents, we want to be accountable to our kids. We want to be responsible parents. And our kids can easily take us to a court of law if we are not responsible, because we are the responsibility of our kids. Just the same way, just like the lady has mentioned, our leaders have to be accountable to us. It is their responsibility for them to work for its citizens. You know, you work for your citizens, because there's no way that your citizens will be crying for healthcare services are poor. There's no way that your citizens will say, oh, you know, the rate of corruption is high. There's no way that your citizens will start crying that, you know, there are no employment opportunities in your country that you're leading in. And this just brings a lot of other things in my mind, because this is a disease that is worldwide. When you come to Africa, you'll hear Africans complaining of bad leadership from their leaders, and you wonder what is going on wrongly, or rather, what are the mistakes that we are doing? Is it during the voting time? Are we not coming out in large numbers to vote the leaders that we think that probably would uplift our lives, or are selling the right analogies? But the only problem, at the same time, they say they'll do this during the election period, and once they're elected, they just forget about us and think about themselves. Let us talk about some of the things that our brother right here has claimed that the Jamaican government is not doing. Let us start with the first thing that is mentioned, that the government is trying to raise the salaries of the people in government. At the same time, they are forgetting about other issues. You know, many areas are affected in Jamaica, but what the PM and his government are pushing for is for a pay rise for themselves. You know, that is so selfish of them. This is a time when you say that things are not working for us as a country. We'd rather look for a way to make our economy sustainable. Our economy may not be sustainable if we only think about ourselves, if we only want to raise the prices of people who are in government, raise the paychecks of people who are in government. That alone can tell you that something is going off, something is going haywire. There's something that needs to be corrected. You know, when a plane just jets off and it's on autopilot, at any given moment, when anything is not right, they'll start having these noises, or rather alerts, telling you that you should correct this and that. The same way, our leaders must correct the mistakes they're doing in their governance. You know, if they do something wrongly, they must listen to the citizens who voted them in, and ensure that they do things the rightful way. And these are some of the things that many people from all over the world, many leaders, are not doing to their citizens. The other thing this guy claimed that probably is not working, he said there are broken roads and sidewalks and drains. You know, infrastructure. When we talk about leadership, we want to talk about the social amenities. Are schools working? Do we have enough health centers, or rather health services? You know, we want to talk about infrastructure. Do we have good roads? Do we have good drainage systems? Should there be floods? Will our roads be passable? Will there be enough drainage to drain away the water? Some of these things process the minds of the citizens in a country. So it's time that the leaders correct what they are doing. We want leaders who are accountable of their actions. We want leaders who fulfill the promises that they made to us, the citizens, during the election period. So guys, let us watch this other part of the video, and then we come back and wind up this video while giving it a critical analysis. So let's listen in, then get back.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness is the only Prime Minister in the history of Jamaica that travels so much time and been to so much meetings with the international community, but never came back and tell the people what these meetings were all about. Jamaica He's the only prime minister that don't come back and brief the Jamaican people and said, well, I went and meet with the Sardis and it was a great meeting. It was progressive and we have works in the pipeline. This is what our plans and this is what we propose to the Sardis. This is what we propose to the Americans. This is what we propose to the Germans and the Venezuela. Well, I'm not deal with Venezuelan people, government. But anyway, Jamaica, he's the only prime minister that I see run out against social media bloggers. Jamaica, let's make Andrew Holness legacy solely built on pandemic. Now Jamaica, the juke where them make on the take, that them force upon the teachers. And we were seeing our teachers dying in record numbers and other way people of the society from the British manufacture of the vaccine with nobody to hold accountable. Now Jamaica, we must hold the government accountable. We must hold the government accountable. Jamaica, you see the lawlessness and the disrespect for the Jamaican people by this Andrew Holness government. Playing land with how much people. Them tell immigration to stand down. But Jamaica, is it right that the government don't care about its people? Is it right, Jamaica? Is it right, Jamaica, that the people in these markets have to be selling their product amongst raw sewage?
Fam, from this video you can tell the sad state of affairs with the Jamaican government. This is a challenge all over the world, and I'd just like to advise people that it is time that we, the youth, do take this position of leadership. It's the time that we as the youth go outside there and vote in large numbers and then elect the leaders that we believe can change what other leaders have been doing wrongly. You know, it's high time that some laws are kept under which when these leaders are not accountable enough, they can easily be swiped out of their seats and other competent leaders being brought in, because these systems are not working for people all over the world. These systems have been meant just to make the leaders to be wealthier and not the common citizens of a country. I am saddened with such state of affairs. I am saddened with the cries of the people in this video, because this is not right. It is time for the youth to take up these positions of leadership, man. It's time for us to go outside there and vote in large numbers and exercise our rights as citizens of a country. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly do consider subscribing to my channel for amazing black stories from black countries all over the world. It could be in Africa and in the diaspora. So guys, kindly let us push it, because we're on the road to 10k subscribers. We're just 200 subscribers to go. I hope you guys make us reach there and continue spreading the gospel of black people in Africa and in the diaspora. You can also join in to be a member of my channel, and I'll be so grateful, guys. And you can also support me through super thanks down below. So guys, see you all in my next video. Goodbye for now.